Right, let's be honest. You've spent 40 years staring at a spreadsheet in a grey office in Slough, and now you want the dream. You want a stone cottage, a wood-burning stove, and a neighbour named Di who gives you free leeks. Welcome to Wales in 2026. This isn't just a holiday guide. This is a survival manual for the savvy retiree. While everyone else is fighting over a two-bedroom flat in London that costs more than a small moon, the smart money is looking west. Today, we're ignoring the tourist traps. No Tenby, no Llandrindod, and going deep into the hidden gems where the house prices don't require a kidney transplant and the community actually knows your name. We're talking about places where socializing isn't a calendar invite, but something that happens naturally at the post office. Before we dive into the valleys, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the algorithm realize that people actually want to move to places where sheep outnumber. Humans 10 to 1. Done? Good, let's go. Number 10, Narberth, Pembrokeshire. First up, Narberth. People call this the Bond Street of Wales, which is a bit of an insult to Narberth because people here are actually nice. For a pensioner, it's an independent powerhouse. The locals literally campaign to keep national brands out, so your high street is filled with butchers, bakers, and antique shops like the Malt House, not endless rows of betting shops. It's the kind of place where if you don't show up for your Tuesday pint at the Angel, the barmaid will genuinely send a search party to your house. Historically, it was the Llandrindod line border, the invisible divide between English and Welsh speakers. In 2026, the average house price is sitting around £246,000. For a town with this much posh character, that's a steal for anyone downsizing from the southeast. Number 9. Mould, Flintshire. Yes, it's called mould. Get the jokes out of your system. Is it damp? Is it growing? Hilarious. Moving on. Mould is actually a gold mine for the culturally active retiree. It's home to Theatre Clwyd, which gets better plays than most of the West End, but without the £15 glass of lukewarm Chardonnay. The high street is thriving, with a market every Wednesday and Saturday that's been running since the Middle Ages. For pensioners, it's incredibly practical. Everything is walkable, and there are major extra care housing schemes like Las Jasmine that offer luxury independent living, with support if you ever need it. Legend says a ghost in golden armor guarded a burial mound here for centuries. In 1833, they found a literal gold cape inside. You're looking at an average price of £211,000, the best culture-to-cost ratio in the country. Number 8, Beddgelert, Aberaeron, Snowdonia. If you want to live inside a postcard, this is it. Beddgelert is nestled where two rivers meet. It's pure, unadulterated peace. If you're a retiree who likes hiking or photography, you're basically in heaven. The rave scene here is a particularly lively bridge club meeting. It's one Britain in bloom. So many times the other villages have stopped entering out of spite. The town is named after Beddgelert, the faithful hound of Prince Llywelyn. The prince killed the dog, thinking it had attacked his child, only to find the dog had actually saved the baby from a wolf. It's a bit of a tearjerker, but it means the village is incredibly dog-friendly. Because it's a national park, prices are higher, expect £315,000. But you're paying for a view that will never be ruined by a warehouse development. Number 7. Llandrindod, Wales, Powys. This was a Victorian spa town where people used to drink healing water that tasted like a rusty nail. Today, it feels like 1912 in the best way possible. For a retiree, the flat, wide Victorian streets are a godsend. No struggling with steep hills here. There's a massive community of over 60s here, and they run the show. There's a Victorian festival every year where everyone dresses up. If you've ever wanted to wear a top hat to the chemist, this is your place. It was the first place in Wales to have a pavement, which was the peak of Victorian luxury. Prices are some of the best in Wales at £220,000. It's the ultimate gentle retirement. Number 6, Aberaeron, Ceredigion. Usually, British seaside towns are 50 shades of beige. Not Aberaeron. Every house is painted a different bright colour. It's like living in a bowl of Skittles. It's a Regency harbour town, sophisticated but salty. For pensioners, it's perfect because of the harbourside walks and the famous honey ice cream. The Black Lion pub is where Dylan Thomas used to get refreshed. The town was actually planned by a 19th century priest. Most priests build churches. This one built a whole town and a harbour. Because Ceredigion has introduced higher taxes on second homes, more properties are coming back onto the market for permanent residents like you. Prices are sitting around £255,000. Number 5. Monmouth, Monmouthshire. Monmouthshire was recently voted the happiest place to retire in Wales. It's the food capital. You've got high-end butchers and local vineyards. The Mono Bridge is the only remaining fortified gatehouse bridge in Britain. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, but there's a Waitrose 5 minutes away. Henry V was born here and Queen recorded Bohemian Rhapsody just down the road. It's very popular with retirees because the healthcare access is top tier, and about 26% of your neighbours will be your age. It's the home counties of Wales. So prices are higher, at £327,000, but you're paying for a social life that is second to none. Number 4. Montgomery, Powys. Montgomery is tiny. It's technically a town, but it feels like a village with grand ideas. It has Georgian architecture and a ruined castle on the hill. It's so quiet you can hear a sparrow sneeze from 3 streets away. For a retiree, the Dragon Hotel is the social hub. A 17th century coaching inn where the fire is always lit. Look out for the robber's grave in the churchyard. A man hanged for stealing sheep claimed grass would never grow on his grave if he were innocent. To this day, there's a bare patch of earth. It's a great town for people who want to truly opt out of the modern world. Expect to pay around £260,000 for a home here. Number 3. Beaumaris, Anglesey. Anglesey is an island, but don't worry, there's a bridge. Beaumaris is coastal elegance personified. You've got the Menai Strait on one side and a massive castle on the other. The Bull's Head Inn has been there since 1472, and the local community is incredibly tight-knit. There are age-exclusive bungalow developments like Brynterion, specifically designed for retirees who want to stay independent but have neighbours looking out for them. The castle was never finished, the ultimate DIY project that got out of hand. In 2026, living on an island is surprisingly affordable at £285,000. Number 2. Brecon, Powys. Brecon is the gateway to the mountains. It's a hub for hikers, book lovers, and people who appreciate a good canal walk. The Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal ends here, providing miles of perfectly flat walking paths, essential for when the knees start to complain. The town has a massive dial-a-ride service and tons of social clubs like the Brecon Care Group, which organises wine and cheese days and intergenerational visits with local schools. There's a legend about a lady of the lake who married a farmer. He hit her 3 times, accidentally, and she vanished with all her magical cows. Don't worry, the locals today are much more forgiving. Average home prices are £275,000. Number 1. St David's, Pembrokeshire. And the winner, St David's. It's technically a city because it has a cathedral, but it has the population of a large Tesco. It is the smallest city in Britain and arguably the most peaceful. It's spiritual, coastal, and the community is like a giant family. There are 4 dedicated retirement and care homes right in the centre, meaning you never have to leave the town you love as you get older. The cathedral is hidden in a hollow to hide it from Viking raiders. Today, it just hides you from the stresses of the world. Prices are £340,000, which is top tier for Wales, but for the safest, friendliest, and most beautiful retirement in the UK, it's worth every penny. So, there you have it. 10 places in Wales where you can actually enjoy your retirement without going broke or bored. Which one is for you? Let me know in the comments below. And seriously, hit that subscribe button. I've got a video on the best pubs in the Cotswolds coming up next. I'm off to find some of that magical lake cattle. See you in the next one.